All right, let's talk about something I know a lot of you have felt. Have you ever sketched out a trading strategy, a really brilliant idea that you just knew could work, only to have it sit there on a notepad? Why? Because the thought of actually coding it just felt impossible. Well, today we're diving into the tool that completely shatters that barrier, turning your TradingView ideas into real working tools. So let's just get right to it. Have you ever stared at that blank Pine script editor on TradingView, wanting to build that perfect custom indicator or automate a strategy, and just felt completely, totally overwhelmed? If you've ever thought to yourself, hey, I'm a trader, not a programmer, then you're gonna wanna stick around for this. And look, you are definitely not alone in feeling that way. It's this massive hurdle that keeps countless amazing trading ideas from ever seeing the light of day. We can call it the Great Divide or, just the Trader's Challenge. We've all been there, right? PineScript is what makes TradingView so unbelievably powerful. But let's be honest, mastering it is a serious commitment. I mean, we're talking weeks, maybe even months of debugging, staring at error messages, and sinking all this time into coding that you could have been spending analyzing charts and actually finding opportunities. But what if you could just skip that whole frustrating process? What if you could literally leapfrog directly from your idea to a finished working tool? Well, that's exactly why the Visual Pine editor was created, to bridge that gap for good. And this right here, this is the core promise from Pineify. We're not talking about some clunky shortcut that spits out messy code. We're talking about a professional-grade builder where your ideas are the star of the show, not your coding skills. You build the logic visually, and it handles all the complicated script generation behind the scenes. So what exactly is a no-code builder anyway? Honestly, think of it like digital Legos for traders. Seriously. Each block is a pre-built piece of logic, a moving average cross, an RSI value, a buy order. You just find the blocks you need and snap them together to build your rules. The builder then translates your visual masterpiece into perfect, clean Pine script. No typos, no syntax errors, just flawless code every single time. Okay, so now that we know how it works, the big question is, what can you actually build with this thing? This is where it gets really, really exciting. Let's take a look at the 3 core powerhouses inside this editor. First up, we've got the Visual Indicator Builder, and this thing is an absolute game changer. This is for anyone who's ever wanted to mash up their favorite indicators into one super indicator that just filters out all the market noise. The power here is just incredible. Let's get specific. Imagine creating your own momentum trend indicator. You could visually combine a 200-period EMA to define the long-term trend, and then layer on a MACD to gauge momentum. Then, and this is the cool part, you set a rule to only show a buy arrow when the price is above the EMA and the MACD line crosses above its signal. Bam! That's a custom multi-condition tool you just build in minutes, not days. Now, an indicator is one thing, but how do you turn that insight into a fully testable trading plan? Well, that brings us to the next level, the Visual Strategy Builder. This is where your ideas meet cold, hard data. You can design a complete strategy, like a breakout system that enters when price closes above a Donchian channel, with a fixed stop loss and a take profit set at a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And here's the magic. Once you build it, you can instantly run it through TradingView's backtester and see its exact performance over the last 10 years of market data. You get the full report, win rate, max drawdown, profit factor, giving you the confidence you need to actually trade it live. And finally, the third tool to complete the trifecta, the screener generator. Because let's be real, even the best strategy in the world is useless if you can't find the right assets to trade at the right time. This is all about finding those needles in the market haystack and finding them instantly. Think about this. You could design a screener that scans the entire NASDAQ in real time for stocks that are pulling back to their 50-day moving average on above average volume. That's a classic buy the dip setup that institutional traders are always hunting for. Instead of spending hours flipping through charts, you get a live, updating list of prime candidates delivered right to you. So having this kind of power at your fingertips is already transformative. But the reason we're talking about this right now is that Pineify is making an offer that is, well, it's pretty much a no-brainer. This says it all, doesn't it? No monthly subscriptions, no annoying annual renewal fees. This is a single, one-time payment for permanent, lifetime access to the entire suite of builders, and that includes all future updates and improvements. Now, here's something you really need to know. This is not a permanent offer. The team at Pineify is making this lifetime access available for a limited time before they switch over to a standard monthly subscription model. So this is the one shot to get in and never ever pay a recurring fee again. Okay, let's break down the options you see here. The Plus plan gets you lifetime access to all 3 of the core builders we just covered. That's amazing. But focus your attention on that middle column, the one with the star, the Advanced plan. You can see why it's the most popular. For just $50 more, you unlock the Strategy Optimizer, which is a critical tool for dialing in your backtests. And you get an exclusive invite-only indicator. And for those who want the absolute edge, the Expert plan even adds some powerful AI tools. This chart really puts the value into sharp perspective. That 30% discount isn't just a one-time saving, it's a saving that protects you forever from what will soon be a recurring monthly fee. You pay once and you are done, period. So if you're ready to stop being limited by code and you're ready to start activating your best trading ideas, the path forward is incredibly clear. So the real question is, are you ready to finally move that strategy from your notebook onto your chart? Are you ready to stop hunting for setups manually and start having them delivered to you automatically? And you wouldn't be going it alone. You'd be joining a growing community of thousands of traders who have already made the leap, completely transforming their entire trading workflow and gaining a serious edge, all without ever needing to become programmers. All right, it's time to take action. Head over to Pineify.com right now, explore the builder, and lock in your lifetime license while this opportunity is still on the table. Your best trading ideas deserve to be built, tested, and deployed. Stop letting code be the barrier and start building your advantage today.